Heavy footsteps echoed through the night as Lin Tian and Gokong ran across the area, trying to escape the pursuing soul fiends. The noise quickly caught the attention of Gobu and the Dragon Clan members nearby, who were busy roasting meat. Xiao Hei looked around in confusion, unable to understand why his father was suddenly running like that. Gobu casually assumed Lin Tian was hurrying over because the roasted meat had just finished cooking. But a moment later, everyone saw the real problem. Countless spirits floated through the air, surrounding the entire area from every direction. Lin Tian immediately shouted for the Holy Maiden, urgently telling her to use divine magic to destroy the spirit. Scarface and Alice watched the massive wave of vengeful souls charging toward them, both growing tense. Alice couldn't understand what went wrong. The Holy Maiden had already performed prayers for the dead earlier, so these souls should have already passed on peacefully. The Holy Maiden slowly closed her eyes, pain showing on her face as she realized the truth. The hatred carried by these soldiers was simply too strong. Ordinary prayers no longer worked on them. Left with no other choice, she decided to use a supreme-grade spell. Her lips moved softly as holy power gathered around her. After focusing all her energy, she unleashed her strongest purification skill. Gate of Heaven. A massive pillar of divine light crashed down from the sky, covering the entire army of spirits behind Lin Tian. The holy light slammed into the black smoke of resentment, creating deafening explosions throughout the battlefield. The spirits screamed as the divine magic purified them one after another. Only then did Lin Tian finally stop running. Beside him, Gokong looked completely shaken as he held his chest and muttered that he had nearly died from fear. The Holy Maiden explained that the soldiers' hatred toward Edward and the nobles who abandoned them was so overwhelming that it turned them into vengeful spirits after death. As glowing fragments of soul fire drifted through the air, she quietly said she pitied the soldiers who died without finding peace and wanted to guide them to heaven properly. But before she could continue, Lin Tian suddenly stopped her. He told her to wait because he felt these spirits could still be useful. The Holy Maiden looked at him in confusion, unsure what he was planning. At that moment, a massive armored specter slowly appeared within the blue ghostly flames. It was Lawrence, a level 90 Soul Knight commander. Filled with rage and terrifying resentment, Lawrence roared furiously and swung his blue flame sword directly at Lin Tian. But Lin Tian didn't move at all. Instead, he calmly asked a single question that immediately made Lawrence stop. "Were you really killed by us or by your own king?" Lawrence angrily accused Lin Tian of avoiding responsibility and insisted they were all guilty. Lin Tian calmly admitted that he had indeed killed many soldiers. But he pointed out that it was their king who started the pointless war and sent countless men to die before abandoning them in the end. Lawrence stayed silent for a moment because he couldn't deny it. Lin Tian continued pushing further. He told Lawrence that his king forced them to leave their homeland, fight a hopeless battle, and then run away while they were left behind as wandering souls. Then he asked whether Lawrence truly wanted to disappear so meaninglessly. Seeing hesitation appear in the spirit knight's eyes, Lin Tian immediately offered him another path. Instead of fading away uselessly, Lawrence and the other spirits could join his legion and take revenge together. And if they refused, Lin Tian bluntly warned that he would have the Holy Maiden purify every soul present without hesitation. Lawrence remained silent for a long time before finally asking what would happen after they killed the king. The moment Lin Tian heard that question, a faint smile appeared on his face. He already knew Lawrence had accepted the idea. Lin Tian promised that after their revenge was complete, he would allow the Holy Maiden to properly guide them to heaven with respect. According to him, that was a far better ending than endlessly wandering around filled with hatred. Lawrence glanced toward the Holy Maiden standing behind Lin Tian with her calm, holy aura. He clearly understood that if the spirits fought her directly, they stood no chance. But at the same time, he couldn't accept disappearing like this without accomplishing anything. In the end, Lawrence slowly nodded and agreed to cooperate. Lin Tian then told him to hide for now. Once the time came to attack the Sword Kingdom, he would summon Lawrence and the Spirit Legion personally. Lawrence gave a formal salute in the style of the old knights and declared that the moment Lin Tian called his name, he would appear immediately. After that, both his body and the entire Spirit Legion slowly dissolved into blue particles that drifted into the night sky. The street finally became quiet again. Standing among the ruined battlefield, Lin Tian let out a small sigh of relief. He thought it was fortunate these spirits still had their minds intact. If they had been mindless zombies instead, the only option would have been fighting until one side was destroyed. Overall, Lin Tian considered this battle a huge success. Not only had he gained an enormous amount of experience from the dead soldiers, but he had also recruited a powerful spirit army. He was already planning to use his blizzard skill to freeze the corpses so they could be preserved as future training resources for stronger goblin units. Nearby, the Holy Maiden silently watched Lin Tian as he stayed busy thinking through his plans. Then the sound of loud chewing suddenly broke the atmosphere. She turned and saw Gokong sitting on the ground happily eating roasted meat like nothing had happened. The Holy Maiden could only shake her head helplessly. Just moments ago, Gokong had nearly collapsed from fear after seeing the spirits, yet now he was eating enthusiastically as if the whole thing never happened. For him, food clearly came before everything else. Between bites, Gokong let out a loud burp before curiously asking Lin Tian how many more people he needed to eat in order to evolve. According to him, he had already devoured tens of thousands, but his body still showed no changes. Lin Tian checked Gokong's status panel and noticed his level had already reached 100, the current limit. Rubbing his chin thoughtfully, Lin Tian muttered that reaching this level should normally trigger evolution. That made him suspect Gokong's natural potential might not be high enough to break through on its own. At that moment, Goblin Slayer walked over. Lin Tian immediately asked if she knew why a goblin capable of evolving still couldn't advance further. Goblin Slayer calmly explained the reason. Right now, Lin Tian was the Goblin King. According to the natural order of goblins, two kings could not exist within the same tribe at once. Since Gokong had no intention of fighting and killing his own king, he could never evolve into a royal-class goblin. Hearing that instantly made Gokong panic. He frantically waved his hands and insisted he had absolutely no interest in becoming king. To him, simply following Lin Tian like this was already enough. He didn't care about evolving further. Goblin Slayer smiled slightly and said there was still another option. Gokong could travel to other goblin tribes, kill their kings, and devour them. By doing that, he could evolve independently without ever opposing Lin Tian. The moment Lin Tian heard this, he immediately realized how useful that idea could be for the future development of the Goblin Legion. He looked toward Gokong and promised that in the future, he would personally lead him to conquer other goblin tribes and help him evolve. Gokong became overjoyed and repeatedly bowed his head, thanking Lin Tian for taking care of him. Lin Tian smiled with satisfaction while quietly organizing plans in his mind. There were still 5 days left before the life simulation system could be used again, making this the perfect time to prepare for long-term expansion. Under the watch of the Goblin Legion, the captured prisoners were gathered together in a large open area. Nervous whispers spread everywhere as fear filled the crowd. Nobody knew why they had been brought there. Some even wondered if they were about to be turned into fertilizer. Without the Holy Maiden nearby to reassure them, the prisoners became even more terrified. Lin Tian slowly stepped forward with a cold expression and looked over the kneeling crowd. In a calm but firm voice, he asked which among them held the highest status. After a few seconds, a fat man with a beard and mustache nervously stepped forward while sweat poured down his face. Trembling, he introduced himself as Charles, a low-ranking noble and merchant from the kingdom. Charles quickly bowed toward Lin Tian, his voice full of fear as he carefully asked what orders the Goblin King intended to give them.